Hey everybody, it's me, Mr. D, and get ready. You're about to check out a short clip from one of our live Mr. D live events. This is on goal setting. So what we wanted to do is give you an opportunity to see what attending one of our live events would be like, where we do it live and online, and you can join us and you can play right along. This is on goal setting, where you're going to learn about the beginnings of how we set goals. I use this system all the time myself. It's awesome. And I've been practicing this for over 20 years. Hope you enjoy Goal Setting, a family event. All right, so here we go. You ready? Here's the first thing I'm going to have you do on your piece of paper is we're going to, and you don't have to write this part down, but we're going to create that self-fulfilling prophecy. And how we're going to do that is we're going to look at what you want. And then when you're going to get it, and then we're going to create it. That's it. That's the 3 steps. But we're going to go through a process that makes these 3 steps really simple. So here we go. What is it you want? So what I'm going to ask you to do is today is May 20th. So what I'd like you to do is to think of something you would like to accomplish 1 year from today. So just think about that. You don't have to write that down yet. But just think about it. What is something that you would like to accomplish 1 year from today? Okay. And now, moms, here's the, there's a little bit of instruction with this, okay? Because if you notice, it says, what do you want? So this is what you want for yourself and your life, okay? So it's not, so you don't want to have it be, well, I want my kids to blah, 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 or I want my spouse to blah, blah, blah. This is about you and your life, okay? Now, I know dads too. Dads, if you're listening right now, then you would be like, well, I want my kids or I want my spouse. So it's more, this is about what you want for yourself and your life. And even though I know that you want your children's lives to be great, I know you want your family's lives to be great, but this is specific to you, okay? So when you have something that you know that you would like to accomplish 1 year from today, you don't have to type it up in the chat window. I just want you to put the letter D, which means done. Done, I've completed that. So we say D for done when we do our live classes. So if you've got something that you know that you would like to complete in 1 year, and it could be anything from health, it could be around something that you're dealing with in your schooling, whatever that is. Maybe you're looking at moving into a high school program or dual enrolling or whatever that looks like. Maybe it's going to be around your finances. Maybe it's going to be around you've got a messy room, okay, or a messy house or whatever it is. Any of these different things. You can think about all different kinds of things. Maybe you're taking on a leadership position in a co-op or working in a youth group, or you're doing a ministry, whatever those things look like. What is something that you want to accomplish? Okay, perfect. So here's what we're going to do with that. Are you ready? Draw a rectangle in the middle of your paper. So that's going to look something like this. You don't have to make yours that yellowy orange gold, just a rectangle in the middle of your paper, and write down what it is that you want and write down today's date 1 year in the future. So you're going to write down in the bottom, May 20, 2021 inside the rectangle. Okay, and when you have your rectangle drawn and you've written down what you want, I want you to put D for done. Right. Good, good, good. All right, good. And by the way, it doesn't have to be neat. It can be kind of messy right now. Messy's good. I like that. All right, awesome. It's okay. And if you're not done, just keep on going. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chat back to public. So now it's back on everybody. I'm even going to turn my video on so you see me up here in the corner. And here's what I'd like anybody, as many people as possible, is to, if you're willing to, is to share what did you write down? What are some of the goals that you're up to? And there's 2 reasons, and you can start typing anytime, but the 2 reasons why we want to do this is, number 1, is that you might just inspire someone else that may be struggling right now and coming up with a goal for themselves. So you can actually be offering what you're up to in your life, and that'll make a difference for someone else. Okay? Oh, I like it. Look, pursuing wildland firefighting. How cool is that, right? The second thing is that as you start to write things down and you start to be open about what you're up to, then other people are going to, you're going to be kind of on hook for that, right? So we've got having a job, being done with all the high school science credits. Oh, that would be a good thing. To finish writing, publishing a book or a poem. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, good. Look, see, right away, there's a me too, right? And that's what we like to see. So you guys, you can put that on everyone if you like, or you can send it to me privately, either way. But we've got somebody finishing their AA degree with all A's, getting a driver's license. Awesome. So now I know who's there. It's not mom anymore. That's great. Great. Always in school. I love it. Okay. A clean and clutter-free house. And then young people in the family want a job. Isn't that great? Okay, good. Awesome. Lose weight, right? Get in shape. Get your private pilot's license. Oh my gosh, right? Finish high school early. Go Amelia, yay. Okay, good. All right. Finish writing your book. Having a job is so great. Okay. Getting the room cleaned and redecorated. Develop better relationships with those around you. How cool is that? Okay. So you might, if you're going to develop better relationships with those around you, you might want to identify who they are. And you're going to get an opportunity to do that in just a moment, which is great. Oh, great. Ella's going to land her double jumps and start working on her triples and figure skating. That's awesome. Okay. We've got Shay going to Parsons Fashion Summer Program, and Claire is going to move up the snare drum line in band. Oh, that's so great. Or move up the snare drum in band. That's awesome. Okay, good. Lose 30 pounds. That's good. I took that one on myself at one point, and I was so happy that I accomplished it. I forgot to continue the process, and so I got a little bit of it back, but so I'm back to, that's kind of an ongoing goal, I think. I think we all end up, we lose it, we gain it, we lose it, we gain it, right? Okay, great. Awesome. So how many of you are reading the chat right now? And if you're inspired by at least one thing that you read up there, just put yes. Okay, if you see something up there and you're like, I'm actually inspired by that. So I want you to notice right now is that as you're doing this, look at how many yeses you're seeing come on the chat in the chat window. And what you can notice about that is that you've inspired someone else. And so by creating your goal, by writing down what you want and sharing it, you've already inspired someone else. Okay, so here we go. I know, woohoo, right? Okay, so we're going to keep going. I'm going to bring the chat back to just where it's coming back to me personally here. And now what we're going to do is this. We're going to draw 4 ellipses, or another way to say that are ovals around your rectangle. So they're going to look like this. So when you have your 4 ellipses, we call that in Algebra 2, but sometimes right now people call it ovals till they get to an Algebra 2 course, that when you have your 4 ellipses drawn, just put D for done one more time in the chat window. Okay, awesome. Yeah, you don't. So someone who has done some of our courses said, as long as we don't have to graph them, I'm fine doing it. That's true. We'll save that for Algebra 2. That's great. Okay, great. All right, now, what are we going to do with those 4 ellipses or those 4 ovals? Well, what I'm going to ask you to do is write down inside of each one of them. And I'm going to go with the lose 30 pounds. I like that. Fortunately, I'm in a place in my life where my number can be a little bit less than that right now, but I think that's really great because it's specific. It's what we want. We know that it's going to be by May 20th, 2021, and that's a game. That's a great game to play because you have a whole year to do it. So what I'm going to ask you to do is come up with some things that have to happen, and there's going to be 4 of them in this particular way that we're going to do the exercise. In the handout I'm going to send to you, you're actually going to be asked to do 6. So you can do as many as you like, but I'm going to ask you to do 4 right now. So think of 4 things that have to happen so that you can accomplish your goal. So maybe if you're up to losing 30 pounds, one of those things is going to be dealing with exercise. Another one of those things might deal with nutrition, okay? And when I say exercise, it might be start exercising, okay? Or maybe you're going to be researching the kinds of things, or develop a nutrition plan, whatever that looks like. Maybe there's some supplements you're going to take. Maybe there's some training that you want to do to get yourself ready. some kind of courses that you want to do. So you want to start exercising, but there might be some training to do. So there's no particular order to this. This is just some things. There may be all kinds of things that you can think about that would, if you're looking at losing 30 pounds, it might even include, maybe you want to get a physical from a doctor and find out where's your starting point and have some work done so they can check and see if there's you have any food allergies or things like that as you start to get going, or is there a particular kind of exercise that's good for your body type?